One of the interesting aspects of the trail is loneliness. Interesting, over the last 2-3 weeks, in talking with some different hikers, in fact one, and I'm sure several, ended up leaving the trail because just too lonely. And speaking with a gentleman the other day, he was from Austria, and and he was experiencing the same thing. We were talking about the trail. And I too, and the last 2-3 weeks, it's like the first several hundred miles on the trail, there's like lots of group camps, there's towns, there's trail magic, a lot of stuff going on where if you choose to partake, there's socialization. And then after that, it's just like there's long, I'm thinking from Cabazon on, there's like long stretches where there's like nothing. Like I go 7 days, I'll go 2 or 3 days without seeing somebody. And which surprised me. I mean, I'm out here on my own, but I knew I would be seeing people, you know, off and on. And so I just find it interesting, an interesting aspect. And I wonder how many people actually do leave because they're, you know, the non-socialization. But I'm gonna keep plugging along. And today's food fantasy is, I actually have been thinking about this for several days. And I had somebody laughing about it the other day. Okay, picture it. Taco Bell, bean burrito, sour cream, tomatoes, lettuce, all up and down the burrito, not just at the bottom. Nice and warm and toasty. With each bite you put a dollop of the mild hot sauce so it melts in with the sour cream and the tomatoes, and then you keep sipping on ice cold Pepsi. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I did get my fried chicken in Big Bear. I got it at Stater Brothers, and it was just as good as Albertsons. Oh my God, it was so good. Nice, crispy, greasy skin. And I got some Riser's macaroni salad with it, which was perfect. So, but tomorrow, we're ending this need for a fillet of fish because I will be at a McDonald's tomorrow. There's a big old horny toad up here. He's been going ahead of me. He's beautiful. There he goes. My roommate in college is the one who got me started on Taco Bell. We used to go down one day a week. I can't remember if it was a Friday when we were going to get flowers for the room or what, but I think we'd get the bean burrito, 18 cents. And they would not put the lettuce, tomato, sour cream inside the burrito. It had to be on the outside. It's against health food regulations. And a lot of people don't realize that with all the fast food restaurants, they had to separate. You could not put cold with hot, is what they said. So that's why you didn't see a lot of lettuce or anything. They'd have pickles and ketchup, but they would never put the lettuce, tomato, and sour cream. So, but they would put it on the side for me, and then I could put it in. So years later, you know, I think there's a lot of, over the years, the fast food industry has adapted or worked in putting that all together. I remember when McDonald's came out with, and I can't remember the name of it, maybe it was called the McDonald burger, where it had the flat thing, and on one side was the burger, on the other side was lettuce, big old piece of lettuce, tomato, and whatever else cold you wanted on it, and then the top fit on that, and then you took that top piece off and flipped it over, so now you have the hot and the cold together. And that was their big advertising campaign as well. So the hot side's on the hot side, cold side's on the cold side, and then you flip it and eat it. Whatever. But anyway, and so, yeah, now they put everything on everything, whatever you want. Maybe Burger King led the way, I don't know. But I thought that was so interesting. It was against the law to put sour cream on my burrito, or lettuce, tomato maybe. So that's the story of that one. Hi, Karen! Hope you're watching this video. See these vines all over the place, and look, they make some kind of fruit. Stickery fruit. What is that? A whole bunch of them. I saw one up here on the... What it is. And today, weaving in and out of these canyons for about 10 miles or so, but every time you come around the corners, it's just like cold, strong wind. So number one, I had to take down the umbrella. And number two, I think I might put on my jacket. This morning for just 1 second, I don't know why, I thought about putting on my other shirt, which has roll down sleeves, because it's chilly. It's 1 o'clock and it should be warm. So I don't know how much longer I've got all these in and outs, but in and out, that's what hamburgers are all about. Food. And from the sunny side, going in the shady side. Holy cow. That is a big wall of rock. Some kind of dam. Big old spillway. Coming off the lake, I guess. Some clouds rolling in. And I'm on a bridge, and it is windy. So windy that I was having to hang on to the rail. Okay, so I stopped for my official last break of the day. I've got 3.9 more miles to get to the campground. So I put on my puffy and I pulled out my rain jacket and I pulled out my rain cover just because all the clouds are now gone. Well, there's rain down below, they said, so that's why it's been so cold. And I was getting cold with those winds and I don't want to catch pneumonia out here. So here we go, last stretch of the day, and then tomorrow it's push to get to go home pass. Woo! Going up that hill was hot, and I was going, why did I put on my jacket? The clouds are gone, the rain's gone, but I came over the hill, and it is a cold wind, but look at this. Beautiful Lake Silverwood. There's a boater out there. Seas are kind of rough, windy. For so many reasons that I can't even count. Listening to the water lapping on the shore is just joyful, happy, and here I sit crying. But just that simple sound. It could be an ocean, it could be a lake, it could be a big river, but I don't know why, but my mind is just spinning and I love it. I don't know what these are, but man, do they smell good. They almost look like a sweet pea, I don't know. It's a Gleghorn and OMG. We got the pizza ordered. So here's the campground and a nice area gathering, and somebody from Utah who did the trail in 2018 drove down and is getting ready to do trail magic for people today.
Officers in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now you're fabulous trail angels.
Yes.
Here at the lake, and look at this get up, man. Fish tank, Mrs. Fish Tank, and ready for the hikers to come in. So nice. Charging stations. And here's a lot of people who have helped donate to the cause. This is fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
He already gave us some oranges, so we might have to stick around and see what else he's got going on. But today's going to be a long, hard one. Going to go into Cajon. It'll be my biggest day yet. If I can do it 14 miles, I'm just going to take it easy and just go steady. I did 12 miles yesterday. Okay. Back on the trail. Already hiked a little bit. Got a late start because just enjoying visiting with everybody and watching Fish Tank set up he and Mrs. Fish Tank set up the trail magic. It's going to be a hot one unless the breeze comes in, and a long day. I'll probably, unless I can kick up my step, I'll be doing a little bit of night hiking to get into Cajon and trying to think if I'm going to go to the motel first or McDonald's. We'll see. But it is a beautiful day. Birds are singing, sun is out, the lake was beautiful. A bunch of people went swimming this morning. We all went down to the lakeside that we didn't look at until this morning. Everybody goes, we should have stayed there last night. But anyway, beautiful campground, beautiful. Well, daytime, but for PC hikers, it's really great. So, okay, I'll see you along the trail today, and we'll see how far I get. I've got to do 14. I did 12 yesterday. Yay! So I surprised myself. But so we'll see what happens today. Lots of ups and downs. So we'll see. Okay, off we go. So funny. This lizard's just hanging out on the very top of this rock pile. He's king of the mountain today. I'm about halfway up this mountain here. Pretty toasty, enjoying some of the breezes, but look, here comes the fog. Supposedly it's raining on the other side of those mountains. That will be welcome. Rain and cool. I had the first drink of water from the filling up at the park there from the tap. Oh, it tastes like good old garden hose water.